Hudson Westbrook joins us at the MusicFest at Steamboat.
Yes, sir.
It's good to finally have the chance to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, man. Especially on these circumstances at Steamboat MusicFest. So it's been exciting, dude. It's been fun.
That's half the fun and the excitement is the networking and getting everybody here on the mountain in the same place.
That's what I was just saying. I was like, this is the only place that you're going to see the older artists, the younger artists, the middle, just like from top to bottom, even like Americana and songwriter, like singer-songwriter, and then Texas country. It's just like everyone here is different, and so it's so cool to be here.
Well, Hudson, speaking of newer artists, you're one of the fastest rising artists on the scene right now. Been playing some big shows here, which I think this is your first MusicFest, right?
Yes, this is my first MusicFest.
So let's talk about this last 12 months and a little bit about your background. It kind of started with a song called Take It Slow.
Yes, so it all started, I started writing songs, honestly, my first semester in college. Like, I had not written a song yet. And so I went to... second semester hit, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna write a song, I'm gonna try it out, whatever, and pick the best one. And I was like, I'm gonna record it now. And so I'm sitting in Guitar Center, and this bass player's sitting there, and I'm like, hey man, would you wanna, like, you seem like you know how to play lead guitar, would you wanna come record this song with me? And he's like, I really play bass. And then he was like, but I know someone that plays drums. And then the guy that played drums was like, I know someone that plays electric. And then it all just like came together. And like, I think about how many things had to go right for all this to happen, that it was totally not in my control, you know? And it had nothing to do with anything I did. I think someone else had a plan for me. And then whenever we went to go record it, they took videos the whole time. And I told my buddies, I was like, that's really weird. Like, why are you videoing me, dude? And then I posted it and woke up the next morning, it was like 1 million views. And then I thought it was kind of temporary. You know, you never want to jump the gun. And now we're sitting at, I think, 3 million monthly listeners on Spotify and just like however many followers on all these platforms. And it's just like, it's crazy. It's awesome. And I'm going to take advantage of every bit of it, you know, like I'm not going to let it slip by, but it's been crazy to be a part of and to look back at then and be like, that was only 8 months ago, you know? And so it's been cool, but.
If that wouldn't have happened, what would you be doing right now?
I would be breaking bulls probably. Yeah, I would get show cattle ready for the dude that I worked for, Bruce Lawrence, back in Lubbock.
What kind of cattle?
Limmies, so limousines, and which are not fun. Those things are wild, like, and that's probably what I'd be doing though. But now I'm playing Steamboat instead, so it's
How about that?
It's really weird, and it's weird for my family, but they're like, I bet it's really weird for you. And I'm like, no, it's cool, and I've learned to like this is what I was made to do. Like, it feels like I was made to do this now, and after 8 months of trying to figure out everything and get the band together and kind of jump on the road out of nowhere, I feel like I'm finally where I need to be, you know. So
Hudson Westbrook joins us here at the Steamboat Grand at MusicFest. Is there anything about the profession that really kind of surprised you now that you're into it a few months?
Yeah, the thing that surprised me about the industry is that, like, you see all the smoke and you see all the lights and you see the stage, but like an 18-wheeler brings that stage and like unfolds it, and then there's a lighting crew and like a sound crew, and from top to bottom security, like all these things that surprised me. I was like, I never knew these were a thing. Like, you watch a show mindlessly before you're an artist, and I bet you kind of relate. Like, before you were like doing the radio and all that, like, you thought about radio differently when you listened to it, you know? And so now when you're an artist, you watch a show and you're like, look at I'll be like, look at the light and the production, and like look at the way that he like organized his stage and where he has his lead player. And I'm like, dude, I never even realized that before. Like, I'm just surprised how much goes behind it. But yeah,
it's amazing, and I imagine you have found a lot of inspiration here at MusicFest, watching the other artists to that aspect as well. Hudson, you're bringing one of your songs that folks might be familiar with to Texas radio here, 5 to 9. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about that tune.
Yeah, so 5 to 9 was written honestly about my high school experience. So in high school, I built barbed wire fence for my ex-girlfriend's dad, which is very not fun, but he was a great dude, and I would always come home and I'd be like, well, the best part is like seeing my mom or like seeing my girlfriend. And so I was like, there's something catchy. I was like, everyone says working 9 to 5. everyone says the basic, the 9 to 5. And I was like, what if we flip it and say 5 to 9? And it's not 5 a.m. or it's not 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's 5 p.m. to 9 a.m. when we're talking 5 to 9. But I'm excited for everyone to hear it. It's one of my favorite songs that I've ever written. I feel like it encompasses like me as a person, and the life that I lived prior to music the best. So I'm excited.
What are you hoping people learn about you going forward as they discover your music? What do you want them to know the most?
I think the one thing that I want them to know is that this is all new to me, you know, and what you see is what you get. And if you don't like it, that's okay. But I'm never going to fake being someone or acting a certain way because that's not going to be fun for me for the next 20 years, you know? So just what you see is what you get. And if you see me, come up to me and say what's up. Don't be scared too. So
he's a good one. Appreciate you taking some time to talk with us, Hudson. Appreciate it.
Thank you for listening to me.
Hudson Westbrook, as we come to you from the MusicFest.